Now we can start.
A very good morning and warm welcome to one and all. Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Ketan Sheth Sir, Guest of Honor, Mr. Tejas Wakela Sir, and Mr. Nilesh Ranpura Sir, respected Dr. Indrajit N. Patel Sir, Principal of BVM Engineering College, heads of all department, coordinators of the Faculty Development Program, benevolent faculty members, and all the participants. Every morning brings us new thoughts, new goals, new strength, and endless possibilities. So, to enlighten us and brighten our morning, let us begin with this auspicious prayer.
या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती
Now, without any further ado, I invite Professor Bijal Dalwadi Ma'am, Faculty Coordinator of Faculty Development Program, to welcome all the dignitaries and participants to the event.
Thank you, Asta. Thank you so much. A very good morning to all of you. I, Bijal Dalwadi, Assistant Professor from IT Department, feel extremely privileged to have the opportunity to welcome you at the occasion of Online Faculty Development Program. I, on behalf of Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya Engineering College, take a pride in introducing our Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Ketan Sheth Sir, USA Distinct BVM Mechanical Alumni. We really thankful to him for taking the time out of his busy schedule to attend the function. I would further like to extend my gratitude to thank our guest of honor, Mr. Tejas Wakela Sir, who is Chief Technology Officer at System Level Solution, and Mr. Nilesh Ranpura Sir, Globally Delivery Manager at eInfochip, for accepting our invitation and for your valuable time, sir. It's a privilege to welcome such noted personalities as a guest of honor. Apart from this, I am glad to respectfully and cordially welcome Sri R.C. Talati Sir, who is Honorable Joint Secretary of CVM. I would also take a privilege to thank and welcome Dr. Indrajit Patel Sir, Principal of BVM Engineering College, who has always extended his support to the mission and vision of the college, which has been tremendous help in achieving our goals. Last but not least, I welcome all the head of the department who have always been proactive, hardworking, and dedicated. Lastly, I welcome all the enthusiastic participants who made the event a complete success by their remarkable presence. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. The 2-week online faculty development program starting from 21st June 2021 to 2nd July 2021. This program is based on the themes Smart Cities Enabling Technologies, A Step Towards New India by Structural Engineering Department, Augmented Reality and Virtual Reality by Information Technology Department, and Wearable Devices and its Fundamentals by Electronics and Communication Engineering Department. To know more about the program, I request Ms. Jagruti Shah Ma'am, Coordinator of the Faculty Development Program organized by the Structural Engineering Department, to tell us more about the event.
Good morning, one and all present here. AICT AQIS, that is Quality Improvement Scheme, sponsored 2-week short-term training program on Smart City Enabling Technologies, A Step Towards New India, which will commence from 21st June today to 3rd July. This is phase 2 of the program. Phase 1 was related to project management, and phase 2 is for the technology. The aim of the program is to introduce the participant of the various technology being used for the development of smart cities. To bridge the gap between technical, practical, and software skill by making civil engineer proficient to carry out independent study into specialized area, this program has been built. This course will give software training on QGIS, WaterGem, HackRace, Mike. Upon completion of this program, student and PG scholar and the faculties will able to do their research work, and also they can go with the professional work. The program will gather leading research from academia and industry to share their research achievement experience in developing and deploying those technologies. We welcome you all in this 2-week FDP. We hope this FDP will achieve all the goals which you have decided. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your knowledge with us. I request Dr. Vachal Shah, sir, coordinator of the Faculty Development Program organized by IT Department, to give us more insights into the event.
Good morning, one and all present over here. First of all, on behalf of IT Department, I would like to thank AICT, Charutar Vidya Mandal and BVM Engineering College for giving us an opportunity to conduct this FDP. Now coming to the point, IT Department has organized FDP on augmented reality and virtual reality. As we all know that in late 70s and 80s, radio had given one revolution in the world of communication. Later on, cell phone with the internet connectivity have given another revolution. And nowadays, in a COVID-19 situation, majority of us had done work from home even in the field of education. Same as in the upcoming time, this technology, augmented and virtual reality, will give another revolution through which we will look and feel everything from entertainment to traveling can be done from one place only. The aim for organizing this FDP is to aware everyone with this new technology, not only as end user but also as a developer. So many participants are from various branches of engineering. Virtual reality application with and without coding. It will also include different kinds of platforms like Unity, Blender, Blipia, WebAR and everything. So please take as much benefit as you can. At the end, I would like to thank each participant for showing their interest to attend this FDP. Wishing you have a great time learning in this 1-week faculty development program. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I now request Professor Ghanshyam Rathod, sir, coordinator of Faculty Development Program organized by the Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, to provide a better vision and idea of the event.
Yes, thank you, Asta. A very good morning to all of you. Thanks to the organizers for giving me this opportunity. I, Professor Ghanshyam Rathod from EC Department BVM, would love to introduce the 1-week faculty development program on wearable devices and its fundamentals, sponsored by AICTE Atal Academy and organized by EC Department BVM Engineering College. In this technological era, we are surrounded with wearable devices in one form or another, starting from healthcare, food and agriculture, environment, smart clothing, wearable in communication, interactive fashion, medical monitoring, sensors and skin electronics, etc. I am happy to say that we have got overwhelming response from all over India. The registration was full within a few days after the announcement of the program. We have got participation from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Assam, Delhi, UP, Uttarakhand, Punjab, Haryana, Kerala, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Odisha, Pondicherry, West Bengal and many more. Till today, we are getting calls and emails for the participation in this program. The limitations of the entry is 200 by AICTE Atal, so we will try to manage remaining participating future events. Regarding the experts, we are having experts from the well-known reputed industries as well as academics. The experts are from different specialized domain and we are working in the wearable technology. I hope you will gain something and take maximum benefit of the knowledge shared with you. Thank you for patiently listening.
Thank you so much, sir, for guiding us through the event. Every year, BVMites rise to the extraordinary to achieve something new and make BVM proud. Along with that, various activities are carried out in every department from time to time. Now I request Dr. A.K. Verma sir, Head of Department Structural Engineering, to throw some light on the departmental activities and achievements.
Respected Talati sir, Principal Dr. Ayan Patel sir, other heads of the departments, organizing team, dear faculty members, dear friends who are attending this particular program, and I am pretty sure that they will be immensely benefited with the kind of researchers roped in for conducting this program. 6 months ago, the coordinator of the program, Ms. Jagruti, came to me that we have already conducted under ATAL, AICT ATAL, one program, and in continuation we would like to do under Quality Improvement Scheme another program which will be in line with the previous one. And I know she has put in day and night and roped in all researchers from various fields so that the quality program can be arranged. So congratulations to Jagruti for taking all the pains and conducting this program. When I was listening to other departments' input, I'm very, very sure that similar efforts have been made by other departments, and the program is going to be quite successful. Our department, structural engineering, is right from inception of Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya, and it is one of the oldest department. Naturally, you have got a state-of-art equipments in the department. Already 10 PhD scholars are working in the department, and the faculty members of the departments are guiding them. Many of the faculty members have earned their PhD degrees with the help of professors who were trained in various organizations, academic institutions, and the department has grown over a period of time. Under TechUp 2 and TechUp 3, the equipments that have been procured are being used by all the research scholars, our MTech students, for their project works, and that has been included in their practical curriculum also. So, lot of work is being carried out at the department level. We have got a total 4 projects in the department presently going on, funded by All India Council of Technical Education and also funded of Bhuj Coast. So projects are there in the department that's being carried out, and I'm pretty sure that the kind of faculty we have, we will be able to put in the best in coming time, and this particular event will help all the faculty members in enriching their knowledge further. So I wish all the best to all the coordinators for conducting this program, and thank the management for permitting us to conduct this program. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. It was really great to know about the students reaching new heights, and it would have surely motivated others to work towards their dreams. I would like to invite Dr. Bhargav Garodia, sir, Head of Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, to enlighten us about the departmental activities and achievements.
Respected R.C. Talati sir, Engineer Ketan Seth sir, our own alumni, Engineer Nilesh Ranpura sir, Engineer Tejas Wagila sir, Principal sir, all heads of department, and dear colleagues and dear participants. It's really a great matter of pride for BVM Engineering College to organize 3 parallel activities, 3 parallel FDPs sponsored by AICT. Talking about the Department of Electronics and Communication was established in the year 2006. We are strongly following the mission and vision statement, and based on that we are working hard to produce industry ready engineer who can be globally employable. Department is consisting almost around 14 faculty members, out of which 6 members are holding PhD doctorate degree. 8 faculty members are about to complete their doctorate degree in 2 to 3 years. Department is having a strong belief that institute is not alone going to do any wonders. So therefore department has established a strong tie-up with the nearby industries. To say with, we have a strong interaction with the system level solution which is based at Vittal Udyog Nagar. We have established Center of Excellence with the help of system level solution at the BVM Engineering College. Along with that, we are also closely working with various industries within Gujarat and outside Gujarat. Department is strongly believing that student is the main output of the institute, and therefore we are strongly working hard on student projects. Every year department is organizing a project competition, project expo, whereby student projects will be showcased at different level. Department is also encouraging students to publish their research work at national and international conferences and journal. Talking about this FDP, we have been consistently working on these various projects, including smart cities, various sensors in the smart cities, various electronic equipment, as well as since last 3-4 years we have started interacting with various government authority to club their projects with the department as well as the institute. Talking about the wearable, as our Professor Ghanshyam has already mentioned, that wearable device is one of the integral device nowadays. So I wish that all the participants should take maximum benefit of all the experts which we have arranged, and naturally we are going to have several demonstration within our FDP of 5 days. So I wish all the best to all the participants. I thank management and principal sir for motivating all the faculty members and the department. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Lastly, I would like to invite Dr. K.U. Brahmbhatt, sir, Head of IT Department, to share his knowledge about the departmental activities and achievements by the Information Technology Department.
Thank you, Asta. Respected R.C. Talati, sir, Honorary Joint Secretary and President of today's function, Engineer Ketan Seth, sir, Chief Guest of the function, our beloved Principal, Dr. Indrajit Patel, sir, Tejas Wagila, sir, and Nilesh, sir. It's my privilege to be with you on this auspicious occasion of the parallel inaugural of the 3 faculty development programs organized by IT Department, EC Department, and Structure Department. Here I am about to say about the Information Technology Department. We are the youngest department but vibrant department of BVM Engineering College. We are total 10 faculty members in the department. Among them 4 are PhD and remaining are pursuing their PhD, and they are about to finish their PhD in a near time. IT department, as I said, is a vibrant department. We are continuously looking for the industry needs, and looking to that at the regular intervals we are doing the faculty development programs. Even this in pandemic situation also, in the last 1.5 years we have done the faculty development programs in the era of art programming. After that we have done on AWS, and today we are about AR and VR. So AICT has suggested the thrust area as far as the computer and IT background is concerned. So we are continuously looking that we can enhance ourselves as a faculty as well as students. So we are continuously doing these faculty development programs at the regular interval. At IT department, we have state-of-art infrastructure. As we are autonomous institute, we have taken the advantage of introducing the industry requirements as a curriculum. So we have added the blockchain technology, cybersecurity, AWS, AI, machine learning, IoT. And having this kind of subjects, we are lucky enough to get the grants from the MODROP In 2017, we got the grant for the IoT. Recently, we got the grant on from the Modrock for the AR/VR, and we are about to install the JetSpace system at the BVM IT department. We are also lucky enough to get the supercomputer, that is the Gujcos project, and we got the supercomputer from the Gujcos, and that also we have installed at the IT department, and we are creating a state-of-art infrastructure and the laboratory, that is the high computing laboratory. And the work is going, and within 1 month we will have a high computing laboratory at the college. So those who are pursuing the PhD and final year students can do the projects where the high computing resources are required. This is not enough. We are also lucky, and as Autonomous Institute, we have kept the Saturday, that is learning beyond curriculum. So continuously for the students on Saturday, we are inviting the industry expert. We have good alumni backbone. So we are inviting our alumni on a Saturday, those who are IT entrepreneur, they have the startups, and they are motivating our students by sharing their expertise, sharing their knowledge, sharing their experience. So our in-house students get the maximum motivation. And recently, the IT department also has started one, Ankit Kaushik has started one startup under the SSIP cell that is installed at the BVM Engineering College. So as I said, it is a vibrant, college itself is a vibrant, and we are looking to do our best at our capacity. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to discuss about the IT department with you. Thank you. Jai BVM, Jai CVM.
Thank you so much, sir. It gives us great pleasure to know about the progress of our department. I hope that together with the assistance and constant support of our prestigious faculties and university, and its individual departments can surely reach newer heights. A leader is one who lights the path to the impossible and takes those who follow to great heights. It is injustice to proceed to the event without calling upon our wings of light, our pillars of strength, and our constant source of motivation. I cordially invite our principal, Dr. I.N. Patel, sir, to speak a few words on this occasion.
Namaskar and good morning to one and all present on the eve of 7th International Yoga Day, as well as the opening ceremony of 3 parallel AHD sponsored faculty development programs by Structure Department, IT Department and EC Department. I will also add the 4th program, that is for the students of the civil engineering. That is how to select the projects for the final year as well as internship. So as such, 3 FDP and 1 student-oriented program is being inaugurated in the gracious presence of our own Honorable Sri R.C. Talati sir, Sri Ketan Seth, a very proudful alumni of Mechanical 1980 batch, and our industry partner, Mr. Tejas Waghela and Nilesh Ranpura, who constantly imbibe the outcome-based attributes to the students of Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya. Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya working with the motto, work is worship, and we, the present team, work with a vision to produce globally employable, innovative engineers with the core values. The state-of-art infrastructures in terms of laboratories, smart classroom, center of excellences, seminar room, along with a very highly learned, experienced and committed course of the faculties, plus 3,200 plus very obedient and well-disciplined students is the strength of Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya. We at Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya, under the mentorship of our chairman, our own alumni Sri Bhikhubai Patel, an entire team of Charutar Vidya Mandal, constantly work for the betterment of technical fraternity, whether it's student, whether it is faculty, whether it is institution development, and whether it is the need of the technical fraternity as a whole, to expose them to make aware them, to share them what we have learned in the course of 73 plus years in a various area of engineering, science and technology. Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya always strive hard to get the most potential benefits from the management, from the funding agencies and from the alumni in terms of resource enhancement, whether it is the infrastructural resource or the human resource, which ultimately produce globally employable innovative engineers. The activities which are being carried out in terms of the day-to-day pedagogical activities, curricular activities, co-curricular activities and extracurricular activities, we try to see that each of the activities have some potential objective along with measurable outcome which directly or indirectly address the each of every phrase which we have taken in our vision statement. Quality assurance and quality improvement is a constant process at Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya by way of getting accrediting various programs to NBA, AICTE, as well as now we are going for the NAC accreditation, being an autonomous institution. So the faculty, students and stakeholders are working with their head, hearts and hands together so that we can fulfill the dreams of the students, of the youth, which they have joined Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya either at undergraduate level or the postgraduate level. We constantly organize series of the activities without affecting our regular teaching learning process in terms of faculty development program, staff development program, webinars, seminars, conferences, workshops, industrial visits, project exhibitions, as well as now we have strongly established a very good ecosystem so far as student startup and innovation practices are concerned. Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya is constantly getting support from the federal government, from the state government in terms of varieties of these research projects, resource development projects, as well as such kind of human resource development program in terms of FDP and SDP. 20,000 plus alumni spread all across the globe. They are the main backbone so far as the establishment, enhancement and development of various projects are concerned at Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya. We are in an era of 75th year celebration during 22-23. The management, the institute, as well as the alumni has strongly bonded together to celebrate this mega event of Platinum Jubilee in a very big way. We are preparing ourselves with a strong linkage with our industry partner, with our institutional partner, and with our alumni, to our management, to our stakeholders, so that we can say that Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya always worked with the vision of Sardar Patel of the youth transformation, worked with the vision of Sri Gandhiji for the rural transformation, with which this great city of Charota Vidya Mandal and Vallabh Vidyanagar was established. The founders and the administrators at Charota Vidya Mandal take enough care to fit these needs of the institutions, needs of the faculties, and needs of the students by way of various kind of support, whether it is the development projects, whether it is the student scholarship, whether it is the sponsorship, faculties for the higher studies to upgrade their knowledges. Such type of the program is a continuous practice at Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya. We have a very live MOU with 78 plus premier industries. We have a live MOU with 12 foreign universities. We believe in industrialization. We believe in internationalization. We believe to cater the quality education for their development, for development of their family, society, and building a new India by 2022 with the collective effort of the student, staff, and all the stakeholders. All the departments have taken enough care to organize such programs in a very holistic way and to attract more and more participants from all over the country. So I am happy to learn that 578 plus participants have registered in these 3 programs. In the student project program, 175 students have registered. So this shows the ability of the institutions, the positivity of the departments, and initiative of each and every faculty and the academic leaders to serve the society in a better way. I congratulate all the organizers. I heartily acknowledge the presence of Talati Sahib, Mr. Seth, Mr. Ranpura, and Mr. Waghela for constantly bonding themselves to the Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya. We ensure that the students, the faculties, and the administration together will deliberate, will deliver, and will demonstrate the best of our capacity in the days to come. May God bless all of us for a better future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a thought-provoking speech. Now I invite guests of today's function with a request to share a few insights about their journey with all of us on this wonderful day. I am profusely elated to take an opportunity to invite our guest of the day, Mr. Tejas Waghela, sir. Sir is currently working as the Chief Technology Officer at System Level Solutions Private Limited, where he has more than 15 years of working experience. Tejas sir has expertise in a number of domains: machine learning and artificial intelligence-based product development, industry IoT gateway expertise, cloud messaging to connect IoT devices, to name a few. On behalf of management, I thank him for providing such a gracious presence to join us today to enhance our joy. Please, sir, share a few words with us.
Yep. So first of all, it's my pleasure to be a part of such a platform as a guest, and warm welcome to all the participants who successfully able to join this program, and my warm congratulate to all organization committee who has organized such a wonderful event so far. So if I'll give a little bit I should say on the what the vision of the Atal part, which is mainly AICTE training stuff, where they are forcing the faculty or the researchers or the scholars to achieve their goal by educating the higher resources on the access, equity, and the quality sides. And might be if you all of are knowing or not knowing, but in 2021, the World Book Record London raised the certificate to the Atal program by having 1,000 online faculty development program in 9 areas, and their motive to train the 100,000 plus faculty or the research scholars or the PG students across the India, and which is one of the biggest words the international market are seeing from this program. Apart from the SLS perspective, like how we are merging ourselves with the objective academics of the Atal program and with the BVM college or the university and the CVM, that we help them to improve their quality technical educations in the college or in the university. So at the end of the day, we can get the good resources out of the college, which is industrial ready. We try to reduce the gap between the students and the industry. And the foremost thing is that, which is something I personally believe, like as in being the university, we have phenomenal engineers like faculties, the PhD graduates, and all those things are available as a part of the key resource of the Vittal Udyog Nagar, or maybe it's a part of the Gujarat state. And if the industry and the university can do the collaborate with this kind of platform, we can also participate there. We can also take the advantage of the faculty's knowledge in creating some innovative and entrepreneurship training and the product or the research for the industry. Again, the platform is also providing a lots of workshops, orientations, and the learning communities, which is where the SLS is also join hands with the college, where we would like to teach our cutting edge technology, which is coming out of the AI or ML part or the IoT part, where the SLS is very keen. We are also in the supercomputations, machine learning, FPGA based designings, which is something we would like to work with the universities or with their faculties and to come out with some industry specific or the product specific ideas where we can involve the students, we can involve the scholars, PG students and the faculty as well. So I think it's a phenomenal platform provided by the governments, and I'm very happy that the university like CVM is using it very wisely and very proactively. And I should say that in moving forward, like the more and more kind of FDPs are going to be conducted in this kind of region, we get the more exposure to the faculty, to the research and the students as well. And industries can get more interactions with the upcoming engineers, where they are saying their workforce to be prepared in-house rather than looking for something outside of their region. So, yep, my warm congratulations and the good wishes to all of you, and thanks. And once again, thanks for giving me a slot to express my words onto the on this event. Thank you.
आपका माइक म्यूट है.
Sorry. That was really an inspiring speech, sir. Thank you so much. Now I humbly invite Mr. Nilesh Ranpura, sir. Sir completed his bachelor's degree from Dharm Singh Desai University and then Masters of Business Administration from Indian Institute of Management. Sir is currently working as Global Delivery Manager, Aero Incorporated Infochips, where he has more than 22 years of experience. I feel honored to have you with us, sir. Please share a few words with us to make this occasion memorable.
Hello everyone, very good morning and thank you for arranging this fantastic conference between faculty, industry and academia. First of all, I would like to congratulate the complete BVM fraternity, including the CVM, that the way they have created the educational ecosystem, partnering industry, constant improvement in the educational curriculum, and generating the industry-ready engineers. I am really happy to share that we have hired lots of engineers from this college, and 90% of them are industry-ready. We hardly have to give them training on the live project. Otherwise, the basic training is always provided good by the faculty as well as the college fraternity. eInfochips got acquired by a American company called Aero Incorporation. It's a Fortune 500 listed company. And we are right now having 1,800 engineers, and we plan to hire 200 freshers in the 2021 or 2022. And we have been hiring on an average 120 freshers across the colleges. Learning and unlearning is a very key segment for the engineering community in terms of students and faculty both. And I'm very, very happy to hear that today faculties are going to learn the new technologies. And that's a very right attitude shown by the academia, that learning and unlearning is constant process in the 21st century. Technologies will keep coming, embedded 1.0, 2.0, IoT, AI, and many others. But an attitude of learning and unlearning is shown by arranging this FDP is a very, very appreciative initiative by each one of you. More on the conference about technology, so I would like to hold here, and thank you for arranging this.
Thank you so much, sir, for your endearing and motivating words. Now I take an opportunity to bid a warm welcome to our chief guest, Shri Ketan Sheth, sir. He graduated as a mechanical engineer in 1980 and worked for Tata Chemicals as an assistant maintenance engineer for 2.5 years. He went to USA to pursue further studies, after which he developed high-speed, high-pressure configurable pumps. He has published 24 research papers, received 31 patents, and has another 20 applications in progress. He is a professional engineer in the state of Oklahoma and has received his MBA in oil business from University of Tulsa. Currently, Ketan sir is working as a consulting engineer for various oil service companies. We are grateful to have such a renowned personality among us. Sir, please take a moment and motivate us with your words.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak. First of all, Savinay Pranam to all the faculties. Without the faculty and the guidance of Charutar Vidyamandal, I wouldn't be here and most of us cannot be here. So I give my congratulations and respect to the Charutar Vidyamandal and the faculty. I'm going to talk something different for motivation, and that is what we call innovations, inventions, and its protection. And I will go very briefly, but everybody knows that Edison has developed light bulb. Some people say Edison has invented, but I will say that's not right. And actually Edison has developed. And the reason behind it is that there were 8 different versions of light bulbs were invented before the Edison tried. What he did is that he took part of those 8 different ideas plus put the part of the electricity, other patents and designs, and put it together as a practical way of transporting electricity from point A to point B, and also providing the light bulb with it so that there is a meaningful light during the night in a home. And that is what we call innovations. So my point is that there's a difference between invention and innovations. Invention is a proven idea, but it may not be practical, not economical, nor commercial. While innovations are all those inventions put together, so they are proven, so they are practical, they are economical, and they are commercial, that can make a difference in the life. Both invention and innovations are needed and required. Innovations includes new manufacturing techniques, process, softwares, hardwares, production machines, and it can go on and on. And where are these opportunities for innovations? It's everywhere. Most requires simple out-of-box thinking, using common sense and having fundamental knowledge of our education, physics, chemistry, math. Opportunities for these kind of innovations are always more and more, and it's never going to end. Because there's a continuous need to enhance life, reduce cost, and increase manufacturing efficiencies. And where they are, there's a lots of IoT applications putting 2 different things together, and so on, computer applications, artificial intelligence, smart living, that including smart transportation. Better living means food, medicine, water, communication means, and uplifting of human life. And for this, you need to use computer technology, nanotechnology, fiber optics, carbon capture and green technology, new electrical battery power storage, alternate energy, and sometimes you need to go in the space and do the research, cyber security, medicine, And the list can go on and on. I'm not going to go much of it, but I'm just giving you a quick idea of how this are. And now let me give you some common sense example of it. You know, where NASA is even learning, and you would be surprised. They've studied cats jumping and landing on the ground. You know, cat goes on the roof and lands on the ground. And you will think, why? NASA need to think about it. But NASA used this concept to make sure that when they land their spacecraft on the other planet, they always land on their legs and not anywhere else. Like just cat jumping on 4 feet. The spacecraft landing on the 4 legs or 5 legs. There's another thing is they studied the hen's neck and owl's eyes. And you say, what? Yes, they studied the hen's neck for movement and its construction because hen's neck can turn 360 degrees around. NASA wanted to use this technology for base of their camera to capture 360 degree full panoramic view of the space where they go somewhere. And they used owl's eyes, so their camera has more than 180 degree of the vision, so they can get a better and wider view of the picture without too much rotation of their base. They have even studied lizards, and you would be surprised, but they realized that lizard has an amazing capability of sticking their paws to a surface. They have tried to learn some of these basic things and saying, okay, how can I make cement stick to the ground better or paint stick to a wall better? NASA has even studied Indian monks who can fast and just survive without food and only on water and pranayam for their space journeys. And this list can go on and on, but these are some of the common sense examples of how we can learn from Mother Nature, put it together in our life, and make our life better. And last point I will try to give you is how to protect it. We Indians are very hardworking, highly intelligent, highly successful, and having lots of entrepreneurial skills. You know, remember, જ્યાં વર્ષે એક ગુજરાતી ત્યાં વર્ષે ગુજરાત કવિ નર્મદા કહી ગયા છે. મીન્સ એક ગુજરાતી હોય ત્યાં આખું ગુજરાત વસે છે. Anyway, but as Indians, we are not protecting our technology, our ideas in the world. And I give you, it's, don't take it negatively, but it's positive ways that in the world today, China in 2019 filed 68,700 patents, almost 25% of the total world patent filed. It followed by USA of 59,000 patents or 21%. Japan being third was 50,000 or 18%. Korea was 20,000. Germany 18,000. And this list go on and on. And if you look at the percentage wise, India has filed less than 4% patent at the world level. We need to do a better job. We know we are smarter people. And I tell you why we are smarter people. That last year in USA itself, out of 59,000 patents, 6,000 patents were granted to Indian origin who are resident of India. If you add the people like me who are the US citizens, this number will go even higher. But we are doing this all over the world, but we need to do a better job in India. Jai Hind, and thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Your words are very encouraging and motivating. I now consider it a great honor to invite Dr. R.C. Talati, Honorable Secretary, Charutar Vidya Mandal, to give his remarks. Please, sir, give us the privilege to hear your astonishing words.
Today's chief guest, Sri Ketan Seth, Principal Dr. Indrajit Patel, Guest of Honor Sri Nilesh Waghela, and Sri Ranpura, Team BVM, and all the participants. As a Joint Secretary of Charutar Vidya Mandal, first of all, I would like to welcome you all on behalf of Charutar Vidya Mandal and Charutar Vidya Mandal University. I would also like to congratulate Principal Dr. Indrajit Patel and his enthusiastic team for organizing faculty development programs covering 3 different topics. I also congratulate all the participants who have joined these programs. I am hopeful that these programs will be a grand success as experts from premier organizations and professors will conduct the different sessions. They would enrich you a lot in your teaching and will open new vistas of knowledge related to your teaching work. As the details of these programs have been given in the brochures given to you, so I would avoid entering into them. But I would like to relate 2-3 points of a very high relevance to these programs, which have a very good futuristic applications in various domains. So I could not resist myself to quote futuristic thinker Alvin Toffler. Alvin Toffler in his book Future Shock mentions that in the 21st century, the definition of illiterate person will be changed. The person who doesn't know how to read and write will not be considered illiterate, but the person who doesn't keep on learning something new continuously will be considered illiterate. The thinker opines that in this century, every individual will have to indulge into the mental process of learn, unlearn, and relearn. He explained these 3 terms in the following manner. First, learn means getting knowledge of something that so far you don't know. Second, unlearn means when you come across new knowledge, which is more useful, relevant, and practical. We have to begin the mental process, wiping out the old knowledge which has now become irrelevant, obsolete, and of no use. Relearn is a process of replacing the old irrelevant knowledge with new relevant and useful knowledge. Dear participants, we have already entered the 3rd decade of 21st century. We all feel that the principle given by the Alvin Toffler has come true. Due to the knowledge explosion, every day something new comes out and replaces the existing pattern of living life. Critic T.S. Eliot has also mentioned that old order changes yielding place to new. The result is that every individual has to regularly enter into the process of unlearning and learning. We should remember that we cannot solve tomorrow's problems with yesterday's technology or thinking. In other words, we cannot fight tomorrow's war with yesterday's weapons. I would like to draw your attention to one more but very useful point. A comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing grows there. Franklin D. Roosevelt has said, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. It means easy situation can never improve you or make you better. The harsh conditions of life make a person tougher and more capable. Challenging experiences often give the best lessons of life. So if you want to progress, you must come out of comfort zone. With so many other measures to improve the quality of education, we have to improve quality of teachers. And as we know, any system of education does not rise higher than the level of its teachers. Unless you have quality teachers, you cannot have quality education. And unless you have quality education, you cannot have world-class colleges and universities. And unless you have world-class colleges and universities, you cannot become the developed country. In the end, I would like you to be mindful of the path ahead, which will be highly challenging. As stated by former President of India, late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, learning gives creativity, creativity leads to thinking, thinking provides knowledge, and knowledge makes you great. So be knowledgeable, be great, and be the game changer. Otherwise, the world is full of players and followers. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We are honored to have you among us. To make this event more memorable, I request everyone to turn on their cameras for a beautiful photograph.
All are requested to tell me on, please. Dr. Goria, Dr. Verma.
Thank you so much, everyone. To all the respected dignitaries, for the wonderful time we have spent all together over the past 1 hour, which has been so enriching and enjoyable, I take this opportunity to thank everyone for being a part of this faculty development program. I convey sincere thanks to Honorable Chairman Charutar Vidya Mandal and Chief Patron of these programs, ER Engineer Bhikkhubhai Patel sir, for this kind approval and support. We would also like to extend our gratefulness to Principal Dr. Indrajit Patel sir for his consistent motivation and encouragement for organizing such events. We convey our earnest and sincere thanks to the chief guest of this function, Mr. Ketan Sheth sir, and guest of honor, Mr. Nilesh Ranpura sir and Mr. Tejas Waghela sir, who gave this vital time from the busy schedule and graced us with their esteemed presence. Thank you very much, sir. Our special thanks to Sri R.C. Talati sir for sparing his valuable time and sharing his thoughts among all of us. Thank you, sir, for your kind presence and blessing. We are very much thankful to AICTE Atal and AICTE Equus. Without the generous financial support, it would not have been possible to organize this STTP. We also wish to express thankfulness to respective heads of department for fatherly guidance and motivation to conduct all such events. Thank you, sir. We also wish to express our gratitude to all faculty members as well as non-teaching staffs members for their support. As we know, success is not possible without teamwork, and the organizing departments believe in teamwork and integrity. However, the special credit goes to the organizing committee members. They worked very hard and dedicatedly for this event in coordination with the student team. They deserve special congratulations and many thanks. Last but not the least, we would like to convey a hearty thanks to all the participants for taking the initiative and participating in this event. At the end, we thank one and all who have directly or indirectly helped us for smooth conduction of this program. Have a fruitful session. Thank you all. I now request everyone to join the links that are provided by the respective sessions according to the times.
Thank you, Ketan bhai. કેટલા વાગ્યા તમારે ત્યાં 12 વાગ્યા રાતના?
Oh, it's about 12:30.
So,
no.
Special thank to you for sparing a